Hi, my name is Dave Camelon, and I'm going to tell you a little story about something that happened to me a long time ago.
I'm not an animal rights activist, and I don't claim to know a lot about the subject, but I think today, in today's society, we have become anything less than the stewards of this planet.
We are greedy, we are cruel, and we use up far too much of the environment, and unfortunately, the innocent creatures of this world are taking a toll, a terrible toll. Anyway, the story I wanted to tell was basically when I was 14 years old, I believe it was 1979, a very old friend of mine, we were out in my boat, and it was nighttime. We were searching for golf balls one night, and I had a boat that I had cut a hole in the bottom and rigged with lights, kind of a fanciful little inventor when I was young. And we used to get golf balls at night and sell them during the day near the golf course.
One night we were
out doing what we do, get golf balls, and we heard noises over on the shore.
We were interested, so we went over.
And there was this great, big, beautiful Canadian beaver. Animals and so on and so forth. All we knew was that we felt that this poor creature deserved better. So my friend and I, we decided we would try to help this animal.
So basically what happened was I rode over, we were using flashlights and we could see it. And neither of us, we looked at each other and neither of us knew what to do. All we knew is we were afraid we were going to get bitten or worse, or attacked.
So I said to my friend, I said, John, tell you what, I'll open the trap, you distract the animal. Well, my friend looked at me and he says, distract it? How do you distract a beaver? And I didn't know either. I said, well, I don't know, do something. You got to keep its mind occupied so it's not looking at me.
So my friend John started making noises and making faces and waving his arms and trying to distract this poor creature. Well, I got a hold of the trap.
And I started to pull. This trap was incredibly strong. I couldn't believe how strong it was. And within seconds, the beaver turned and put its nose right up to my hand, and I was sure I was about to be bitten. And it basically just touched me, and it looked at me with its eyes, big, beautiful eyes, and it basically, I think it understood that we were trying to help it.
And in that moment, I realized that cruelty to animals just cannot be tolerated.
So, long story short, I pulled and I pulled, and I finally was able to open this trap to a degree where I could get the animal's leg out. And
the beaver just looked at us. It was
obviously thinking it was being rescued by the Three Stooges, I think. However, it gently pulled its leg out and turned, swam out into the river, and then it looked back at us, which was really shocking, and it smacked its tail as if to say, thank you. And we never saw it again.
But basically, it was
a touching moment. And ever since that day, I've realized that we as people of this world, we have to look after our fellow creatures and not invoke cruelty to animals. And I hope that this story somehow maybe gets the point across that sometimes just because we're on the top of the food chain doesn't mean we have to be, cruel to animals. The media is full of this stuff.
And that's all I wanted to say, basically, is...
I hope I got my point across. Thanks.